Hello, in this video I will tell you how to use JMeter for performance testing. And for this today I will discuss what is JMeter workflow, why do we need JMeter, what is performance testing, advantages of JMeter, and installation of JMeter, elements of JMeter, and JMeter for load and performance testing. JMeter is a Java open source software that is basically used for load testing or for analyzing and measuring the performance of variety of services of application. And what is the JMeter workflow? In the JMeter we create a request to target server, and target server respond, that is our application server, and we save all of these response, and we collect and calculate some information based on this, and then we analyze the performance of application based on the calculated result. So why do we need JMeter? JMeter is basically we need performance testing, or performance of application is the major quality attribute that any web or mobile product require, and how application behave at extreme load, and how application behave in case of extreme load, either it is down decently or reliable in a reliable way or in a bad way. So what is performance testing? Performance testing is basically defined as a type of software testing to ensure that software application that will perform well under their expected workload and resources, and what is the efficiency of the application. So there is a load testing, and there is also a stress test. Advantages of JMeter. JMeter is basically open source, you don't need to buy it. It is user friendly GUI interface, there is no need to code anything, and this is support different HTML or different samples and different testing. It help in API testing, performance testing, and another thing. Also there is a good documentation, and also we have a recording, we can record our application, and then we analyze the performance of application. We have different reporting facility. So JMeter is also very easy to install. We just need to Java version, and then we need to download and open the jmeter.bat file. So I will show you how can we do it. At the JMeter Apache website, we need to download this zip file, and you just need to extract this zip file into Apache JMeter 5.3, and then you have to go to the bin folder, and we have this JMeter file. So this is jmeter.bat file. So you just need to click on it. JMeter is open. This is JMeter, and this is a test plan, and you can save your test plan in the JMeter for performance testing. For example, I want to test my website automationpractice.com. This is my website. I want to test the performance of this application. So this application name is my store, so I save my test plan with name my store. And when you click on it, save this plan as you can save it at at any location you would like to save. I save it another folder. My name is my store performance test. So I save it, and my plan name is my store. So I just move. This is a JMeter interface that I show it. There are many elements of JMeter. One is thread group, other is sampler, listener, and configuration. So the first is about JMeter thread group. It's basically thread is a collection of user, and each thread represent one user. One user actually each thread represent one user, and group of users is called thread group. So collection of thread, and each thread represent one real user using application under test. So this is thread, and how can we add my thread? Like I go, and this is thread, and this is thread group. I added, and I name this thread group as users. So number of user right now I keep it 1. Ramp up period is basically a delay between two user requests. For example, if I have two user, and first user start, and second user is start after 1 second, so it is a delay between user request. And loop count is defined how many type you would like to run this user. If you define it 1, then it define only then it only run one time. If you define it 2, then first user running 2 time, and second user is also running 2 time. So right now I just keep it simple, and take it 1 1 and 1 only. And this is my user, and in the users I need to add sampler. Sampler is basically tell which type of request, like the FTP, JDBC, HTTP, PSF, access log, or STMP sampler you would like to test. At the moment I would like to test HTTP sampler. So what is the FTP sampler request? Basically JMeter send FTP request, upload or download file to server, and FTP server respond accordingly. And in the HTTP we send the HTTP hypertext transfer protocol sample request, and server respond like Google site or another site like automation site at the moment return HTML page. And in the another is JDBC sample request. In the JDBC sample request is Java database connectivity sample request. JMeter sends SQL query and request some query, and database server return query result. And the next request is BSF Bean scripting framework sample request, and basically JMeter allowed to write a sampler using BSF scripting language, and it says sample request and server return result on basis of it. We also have access log sample, and this sampler allow you to read access log and generate HTTP request like logs of image, HTML, and CSS, etc. Another one is simple mail transfer protocol used for sending email messages via STM protocol. So this is the another request. So next I need to add sampler here, and this is HTTP request, and HTTP request is basically home page, my store home page. Okay, this is the home page, and for this is a sampler, and sample has this URL. So I copy it, and I have to paste it here, HTTP, and then I need to cut this from here, and this is the path to, so I have to pick it here. So this is the sample, that is the HTTP request, and this response will be HTTP response. So this was all about the sampler. Now another thing is a listener. Listener basically show the result of test execution in different format like graph, table, tree, or log. So I can say like in the listener I need to add one listener here, and listener is, for example, we have one table here, view result in table. So this is the result here, and when I execute my test, you can see one sample, and what is the start time, what is status, it means it doesn't running well, and bytes, and also all this thing. Site is right now not running well, there is some error in it. I just need to write www dot, I just need to run this, and right now you can see that my application is up now. So this is all about the listeners here, and we have configuration element, like we can set the CVS file if I want to supply 100 user login credentials. If we want to supply one user login credential, I can use login config element, and HTTP cookie manager is also there. We will discuss these elements in detail in upcoming video. Right now this is enough for a beginner level. We can add user, we add one sampler, and we see result in table view. That's it. Thank you.